Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. We are back on the free-to-play challenge account and we have a very big update today. And I would really like your feedback on it too, because I want your thoughts on if you think this is the right direction, the wrong direction, or what's going on. So, um, basically for Clan Boss, we hit a new high. We were able to 4-key Brutal. I'm sure you're like, well, that sounds awesome, right? Better rewards, right? Isn't that the case? And that is correct, but there is also some downside. Sorry about the flashing on the screen there. So we don't kill Brutal, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the drop rates and rewards that we get from Clan Boss to kind of facilitate why I 4-keyed Brutal. So, if you don't already know, when you kill a Clan Boss, right, meaning that their HP pool becomes this infinity marker, you get 2 of these chests based on whatever damage you did. So, if I did 3.9 million, right, I would get 2 warrior chests if I did that on hard difficulty. So, the goal is to hit that max chest, and in theory, your clan kills it, and you get 2 copies of that chest. Now, the drawback to me pushing and doing a 4-key Brutal, which is what I did, in case you can't see it there. I guess you wouldn't. Wait. Oh, I'm on hard. I'm crazy. Hey, there we go. The drawback to me doing the 4-key Brutal is that Brutal Clan Boss didn't die. So I don't get 2 chests. I'm only going to get 1 chest. But that's where the drop rates come into play. So these are the Clan Boss drop rates here. And it's a little frustrating to read if you haven't ever looked at this before, because there's overlap, right? There's a knight chest on normal, hard, and the lowest Brutal, right? But Brutal is right here. This bar. Let me make sure this is on camera. Let me pull my stream up. Yeah, okay. So when I get the 4-key, that gives me a Grandmaster chest, which means I have 11% to get a shard. Now, what I've currently been doing was hard difficulty, and I was 2-keying hard and then doing a normal and an easy. But the thing there is I only have 5% chance to get a shard. Well, that's not so great, right? So I have more than, well, no, probably, yeah, I've doubled my chances of getting a shard, and that's really what I'm looking for. And of course, 1.8% chance on a skill tome, and then artifacts, potions, etc. These, now you may be like, those percentages don't equal 100%, and I believe that is correct. I don't know exactly kind of the way that this works, if I'm being completely honest with you. But I think the percentages are skewed because you get multiple items, and so you're going to be more likely to get an artifact as one of your items, which, by the way, that does go up as well from some of these chests where I actually haven't been getting artifacts and I'm only getting potions or something. So I do like that is going up. But there's more to it than that. And again, I don't know the math on this. I'm not the math guy. I'm not. That's not me. But there's more to it than this. So then when we come to the shards, I go from a 0.97 to a 1.84 chance that it's a void. Not a sacred. Sacreds are only from Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare. But I do get that chance at the void. And then the Ancient Shard, 9.21%. So this part is where we're really benefiting. Because I'm doing getting a Grandmaster chest on the highest difficulty of Brutal, that means I can no longer receive 4-star gear, and I will receive rare or higher levels of gear from the dungeon. Now, I would love 2 chests. I'm very frustrated that we're not there. I'm not frustrated at anybody in particular. I'm simply frustrated by the situation that I have progressed to a 4-key that in Brutal and the clan has not. That's just the nature of it. I'm not mad at the clan. I'm just saying that is the situation. Because getting 2 of these rewards would be beneficial. I might get 2 ancient shards. I might get a void shard. I'm more likely to with 2 chests. Might be an epic book in there. There's really good rewards by doing Brutal here, and unfortunately I'm not able to get them. So, it is what it is. Nothing I can really do about that, but I'm proud of myself for being able to do a 4-key Brutal. And the question becomes, is it the right call? Am I actually hurting the account more? Would I be better off getting a Guardian chest, right? And getting 2 Guardian chests and 1 normal chest and 1 easy chest if I use all 4 keys? Is that better for my account, or is the Brutal chest? Now, in my opinion, the Brutal chest is better, even if I'm only getting 1, because it's guaranteed a 5-star piece of gear. I straight up don't want to use 4-star pieces. I have had to substitute a few 4-star pieces into my gear in order to make it work. I haven't been happy about it, but I'm doing it. I really want to be beyond 4-star gear at this point. That's really where I want to be, and I'm just not. Unfortunately, I'm not getting that gear yet. So I don't know. That's the decision that I made, and feel free to let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think it's wrong for me to 4-key Brutal? Should I go back to hard, normal, and easy and wait until the clan does better in Brutal? Or is that why we're not completing Brutal? Are too many people at this point now doing hard, normal, and easy when some people could be doing Brutal? I don't want to call names out. I'm not trying to target anybody, but is that a possibility that people could be performing Brutal and us getting better rewards if we all kind of worked together as a clan? I don't know, but so yeah, that's just where I'm at with Clan Boss. But like I said, it's progress. We've made progress that I'm happy about being able to do that. Now here's one other problem, and I'm sure you guys can see it on the screen here. I need to survive 20 turns against the Demon Lord. Yeah, that doesn't happen on Brutal. So I had a very, very good run on my last run today, and that's because I've been doing a lot of playing of the game, and my Tagore is a higher level now. I assume that's the only difference, but I had runs that were barely scratching 5 million, and then I did a 7.5 million run. Where did that come from, right? So if I can keep that 7.5 million run up, then I might be able to go and drop a key down on hard and survive the 20 turns. We will see. I may have to take a lesser chest tomorrow. Or maybe I just say, you know what, I'm not going to do Brutal because I need to get... I think it's actually more important, honestly, to get the advanced quests than to get a Brutal chest, which sounds crazy. But getting these advanced quests is energy, but the Plarium points. And by the way, I wanted to note, somebody told me in the comments, thank you to whoever you were, I'm sorry that I don't have your name ready right now, that the Plarium points that I got yesterday was from the Alice Chase. You get these 10 Plarium points right here. And we're about to get 20 more as we continue to progress. I have already maxed out my 75 flags, or whatever these are called. But yeah, if I can get the 20 Plarium points there, getting us even closer to Morag, who I talk about her every video, so you guys already know how excited I am to get her. Let's talk tomorrow. So, interesting stuff going on. Tomorrow, in the news, we have, which we knew it was coming, right? A 2x on Ancient Shards. Now, there is the 10x chance for Knave of Hearts. I mean, we can look at the kit real quickly. I don't recall being particularly impressed by the kit. I did not pull for other similar reasons. Where is this guy? No. Oh wow, undead. Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. Kind of a bit of a shock there that he was undead, to be honest with you. But name of parts, let's look at the kit. Again, I haven't really analyzed this. Provoke on the A1. Heals lowest, okay. AoE hit. Stealing 2 random buffs. Continuous heal on all allies. Unkillable and a taunt buff on this champion. I don't think I really care about that. Swaps HP with a target enemy and places 100% heal reduction on the enemy for 2 turns. So it's a protect. It cannot be removed, transferred, or have its duration decreased by enemies. So it's a protected heal reduction, but it's not irresistible. And then increased defense on all allies for 2 turns. Fully restores the champion's destroyed max HP when attack destroys the attacker's max HP by 20%. I mean, yeah, I really don't see what this purpose of this guy is. Like, I don't know where you use him. Probably arena. I've never messed around with a lot of the swapping HP type of enemies. The fact that he kind of heals himself back up is interesting. HP based, of course. The 100% heal reduction that can't be removed there is a certain area of the game that's very valuable early game, obviously, for the spirit tower, but yeah, that's not I'm not really excited about that guy for the free to play or any account. Maybe there's content coming out at some point where that guy is going to be like super impressive, but I just don't see it on paper. That doesn't mean it's not there. It doesn't mean he's not good. I just don't see it on paper, but not everybody's kit reads as well as others, right? So that's just my honest initial thoughts. I haven't looked into him at all. So, but yeah, we are going to go ahead and pull these Ancients tomorrow, right? It is actually the best time to pull Ancients. This is the time that I would have been saving all of these Ancients up for. There is a part of me in the back of my mind that's like, dude, you should save for the Fusion instead of going for the 2X. But I'm going to pull during a 2X mostly to get an epic is what I'm really looking to do, and hoping that we get, something really solid, Geomancer quality, something like that would be awesome, of course. We'll take what we get and see. But yeah, we're going to pull those shards tomorrow. So I want to let you guys know about that. I will be doing it on camera. We'll record it. I did record the shards that I pulled on my main free-to-play account, those voids, but it was all rares, and the juice wasn't worth the squeeze for me to upload it. It's not that I don't want, it's the editing process of it and the creating a wait, did I upload? I may have uploaded it and I'm gonna look like an idiot. No, I didn't. That was on this account. Yeah, like if it's on this account, I'll upload all the shard pulls on this account because it's more of a day in the life of. But yeah, for that other one, it was 11 voids and 11 rares, and I was just like, I can edit this and make a thumbnail, but that's like an hour's worth of work for something that I don't think anybody wants to watch. So I did not do it. But let me know in the comments if you guys want to see it, or you can just go watch the VOD. It's up. So, yeah, that's pretty much the game plan. Let's talk missions. So everything worked in my favor, right? We talked about this yesterday. I said I had to complete certain arena missions in order to, I had to complete an arena mission in order to get to the Spirit Keep. And then I had to get stuff from the Spirit Keep before reset. Then I had to get stuff after or not even after reset, but I had to get stuff and then do the Force Keep. All of that lined up, and we did it all. We did great. So I got all my Spirit Keep stuff. I got my scrolls from Minotaur in order to get the masteries that I needed to get, and now here we are at this mission. This is the big hiccup, right? get 4 rank 6 champions. So what is the game plan? What am I going to be doing here? So yes, I'm going to try and get a 4th 6-star. Plain and simple. It's that easy. What is the big, or like, what is the next hurdle? Well, let's take a look at the missions, right? This one's done. Void Keep. I need to get 1 more 6-star by Sunday. Tomorrow's Friday. So I've got like 2.5 days to get this done so that I can do this and not lose a whole week of progress. So I'm lighting a fire under me to get this done, right? 2 affinity bonuses to level 4. That is going to be a big one. That is going to be a tough one. The reason, well, actually, yeah, I mean, you can clearly see I don't have currently the emblems themselves, right? So that is clearly a hiccup. The gold ones do count a little bit more, but yeah, getting these up to 4 is gonna be a bit of a stopping point. So my goal is to make sure that I am using all of my arena tokens as much as possible, even if it means taking L's, so I can get slightly easier teams. Now, I made a massive, massive change to my arena strategy based on the fact that I knew I had to get a bunch of wins today and beat full teams, not just take easy little onesie-twosie wins. So I changed my defense yesterday to just a Spirit Host. She will not beat anybody. In fact, we looked at battle log. I have not won a defense since doing so. Now, the reason that I do that is because it will de-rank me, but it stops at a point, and then I'll be able to rank back up and get rewards. I would love to get more wins at gold, but I lost to this team today. I didn't try this team. I was suspicious of it. I think I don't know if I lost to this team or not, but that's a pretty high player power, so it's a little scary. But yeah, I can't beat everybody in gold. Like, there are certain teams I'm just not going to win. No matter how hard my Alice hits, no matter how fast my team is, right? There are going to be teams that have really strong champions, whether it's a UDK or, like, this is a very tanky team. Granted, actually, no, I did lose to this team because I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's just a bunch of 50s and 40s. But I can't kill the UDK. UDK is super well built, and the Wukong just keeps on coming back. And eventually whittles me down because I'm not super tanky, and I'm not going to build these particular champions super tanky. So, that's where we are. So I got to make sure I'm using the tokens when I can, even if it means taking some L's, right? Got to use these ones. Got 12 hours on these ones. You'll see I have these ones for tomorrow. This will be gone by tomorrow, but I want to use these 2 tomorrow probably. After I take some losses and I can win my way back up. So I have to be on top of that and make sure I'm using all of my tokens as much as possible. So, because we gotta start getting these great haul points. I just don't have enough. I mean, we're about to, spend a big chunk of the silvers, and then we got to get enough to be able to get 4 on these 2. So that is the game plan, trying to do as much arena as I can while also grinding in campaign, getting my food up, and pulling shards to get food for my food so that I can feed my food. And that is the plan. So this is what I usually do with the 1 stars. And then that gives me the food that I need. I think I've got enough for a 3-star to go up. Nah, I don't like right now using. So I'm gonna have a plethora of rares tomorrow. So we may have to dump some of them. Now I'm holding on to this XP boost, by the way, so that when this runs out, You know, we try to extend it as long as possible, basically. But I feel like that's. Oh, I did do some other just through the nature of this. I progressed a lot in the keeps today. So Spirit Keep, I think, was like stuck at 13, I think. It might have been, I think it was 13, but you can see I progressed all the way up to 18 on the Force Keep. I tried 19 and we failed, and I went ahead and said, okay, that's fine. And I continued to farm at 18, 100%. Just a really long run, but I had better chances of getting the superiors, of course. So I'm going to want to take that opportunity. Now, there's probably a loot table on Ayumi Love that says, oh, you're actually getting less percentage or whatever, but I wanted to farm at the highest level. But this is good points for my progression. And that's something that I've really been keying in on when it comes to the point system in the challenge. I also wanted to take a look real quick. So we're at 91 stars here on Nightmare. And we've actually made some progress there, by the way. So we couldn't beat the boss. Now we beat the boss. Felwyn's Gate, we beat 2 missions. This mission, I'm pretty sure I can 3-star, but I don't want to waste energy right now because I need to get a 6-star. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at. Now, if we look at Nightmare campaign progression, I am a little bit behind the times. There's a very specific goal that I went for. Where did I get all those ancient shards from, right? We just spent them. I got 5 ancient shards from getting to 90 stars here in campaign. So that was a big, important thing, and I pushed for that to get the ancients before tomorrow. Now, there is a chance at 6-star speed gear that I would like to go for as well, but that's going to be a lot more stars, and Kale is still not there yet. The concern that I have, it's possible if I build Kale well enough that between him and Alice, they will just beat everything. The concern that I have when it comes to Kale, right now, he's not beaten campaign missions without healing. And so I am a little worried about taking this off. I feel like I have enough healing on between Ugo and Tagore to keep him alive, but what I don't know is if he's going to stay alive in other areas of the game. Am I going to fail bosses that I've previously beat because Kale is no longer just healing himself to full every time he takes a turn, right? That's the kind of stuff that's concerning to me and why I'm hesitant on rebuilding him. Now, of course, I have not gotten a better lifesteal chest of any sort, but I did pull a few attack percent chests finally. We have a new relentless one here. That one does have accuracy, not a lot of no speed. This one comes with some crit rate, which would be nice since we do have a crit rate roll that we need to replicate. So there is the possibility that we consider that one. And then we have some 5-star ones there. Even this Guardian one is, well, it's a 4-star, though. See, that's the thing. I really don't want to go down to 4-star gear. If I can help it, I don't want to go backwards to 4-star gear. Now, there are some exceptions to that thought process, right? Like, I'm fine taking lower accessories because they're harder to get. This one's still better. I just realized I got this, by the way, and I was like, oh, look at that. This one's still better because we have speed on it and, of course, attack percent. This one has a higher attack percent, but no speed. I'd rather have the speed. So, even though this would be more accuracy, I'm pretty content with where we're at accuracy-wise for now. We're going to eventually have to get him to be a little bit stronger. So, also, I wanted to point out, I actually left that gear on Vogoth that I said I was going to put over on Taragi. We've kind of run into this interesting set of circumstances here. I can't ascend Taragi right now. I do not have the potions for it, which I talked about already, but it's very expensive to swap this gear off of Vogoth back over to Taragi. And Dawncaller, it kind of nice. Now, I think I've talked about her before. I'm not surprised that she's good. Okay, I want to be clear about that. But what she's doing for me in Clan Boss is actually very, very helpful, especially because Alice is one of my damage dealers. So getting the increased defense and increased attack out of Dawncaller has been very, very good for me and my damage output, because Taragi really wasn't doing anything. Even when he was geared, the dude didn't have any accuracy, so he wasn't landing his poisons to begin with. And then the damage mitigation that he does, because it's ally protection, he just kept killing himself, basically, whenever I would put this out. Sure, all 4 other guys barely took any damage, but he's a level 40. It doesn't make any sense. He needs to get leveled at some point. Speaking of leveling, I don't want to go on too much of a... get too distracted. I want to end the video here pretty quickly. While I am leveling food right now, I do not have my next 6-star yet. Well, that's not entirely true. Let me reword that more appropriately. I have not picked my next 6-star yet. And I was just having this conversation with Bront today over on his stream. So go check out Bront. I've done a collab with him. It was awesome. But he kind of, like, we were just talking in his chat, and I had this kind of same thought process that I've had for a while, that does a 6-star Ugo bring that much more than a 5-star Ugo this early in the game? You know, does she need a banner right now? No, she's landing all of her stuff. I don't really need the 6-star on Ugo. So with that being the case, like with that being said, I am now in a weird spot where I don't know who I want to 6-star next. So Ugo is the logical choice, being that she's already 50 and we're doing this for mission reasons and we want to get it done before Sunday. But provided that I keep up the work and I keep generating resources at the rate that I'm generating, hopefully, especially because there might be good energy potentially in a champion chase tomorrow, you know, I'm hopeful that we pull something tomorrow that changes the trajectory of this. I don't want Ugo to be my next 6-star. Nothing against her. I love her. I want her to be a 6-star at some point. I don't think some point is right now. I need power now. I need power. This is not a race, right? This is a long competition. But gear is holding me back. Ugo to 6-star doesn't get me better gear. Yeah, I get a few more War Master procs, sure. But if you think about comparing Ugo to something like a Geomancer who's going to get me a lot of progress, or unfortunately I can't really think. I mean, I'm shooting really high with a Geomancer. I understand that. Even like an Anchorite, right? That's somebody who would be really, really good, because then you compare that Anchorite with Taragi, turn his Ally Protect into an always up Ally Protect, and now all of a sudden you're cooking, right? And I think he even has a little bit of healing. And that's just one that popped into my head when I'm kind of on the cusp of coming up with stuff. So, or like, a Venom Mage or something of that, you know, that's going to help me do a lot more damage, activate poisons, you know, give me damage reduction even. Yeah, there are some really good options, but also, I really, and I know Venom Mage I think is magic, but I really don't want a magic champion right now. Like, I cannot afford any more magic champions on my roster. I've got far too many. I don't have enough brews or potions to go around, and I don't have the luxury, because I need to be pushing this account, I don't have the luxury of sitting in the Magic Keep and just generating those potions in order to ascend people. And ascensions really matter. It's not just ascending for the sake of getting that 3-star ability. You're also ascending to increase their base stats somewhat significantly. So, like, it was amazing how both Kale and Alice were not 6 stars ascended. They were both 5-star ascended. The last time I did Nightmare, not much has changed in terms of their gear. Maybe she got a few extra masteries, but 10 times easier run in Nightmare than what the last time I tried to do it with just the 2 of them, right? So when you take that comparison, it's like, well, what changed? And it's like, oh yeah, they have 6-star ascension, and now they also have banners, so they have way more stats than they had. I mean, not way more. Maybe that's a too broad of a statement, but they have more stats than they had last time I tried this. So we're feeling the impacts of that kind of stuff. So that's where we're at. I'm very excited. People are probably asking, like, am I going to go for the Titan event? No interest in the Titan event on any of my accounts. Didn't even get the fusion. So the main focus for me is just, I mean, I'll take whatever rewards are in here, sure. Last thing, I'm sorry, there's a lot to talk about, guys. The Dungeon Divers, I have till tomorrow. We are currently at 1967. I mean, I'm going to need a lot. Now, I will run, because I'm not going to farm overnight. I would rather just put my champions in like a dungeon and let them generate silver and resources that way. So overnight, we're probably going to put them in some kind of in the Queen of Hearts event dungeon. But I don't think I'm going to get enough gear by tomorrow to be able to get this Prism Primal Shard. That being said, we are going to do a lot of grinding over the next couple of days when it comes to even campaign. So I don't think I have a big boost of silver for a little while. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. Day 17 will be nice, but we're not going to get this energy for a while, and I already did. You always look forward to your weeklies, right? And I already got the 2 energy potions and have pretty much used them up. So I don't know, outside of advanced quests, that I'm really going to get that much more energy towards my progress other than gems, which, you know, I'm happy to spend, especially if we're working towards a mission and working towards a potential primal shard, which could be really, really good. So maybe I buckle down, spend a bunch of these gems, and just make sure that whatever I'm farming, because it doesn't have to be keeps anymore, it can actually be campaign or dungeons related. So maybe that will be enough to get me over the hump and get these points in the Dungeon Divers event, because this would be very, very good. Even the masks wouldn't be terrible. I don't think I have anything I can craft right now. Yeah, we only have 75 worth of resources, so maybe crafting another relic would do some good for the account too. So either way, I'm going to call that a video. I'll spare you guys my long-winded outro and just say, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. That really helps me out. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care.